So, college. For those that don't know, I've been attending college since 2023. I'm majoring in studio arts at Made Up University and recently declared business as my minor. Hey, I'm getting that bread any way I can. While college is a place to learn and better your mind as a growing adult, it's also a place where super funny shit can happen as well. One of the funny moments that happened during university was I was going to the library to get some books and do a little studying, college things. As soon as I walked in, I saw it. The most beautiful spread of fruit snacks, water, lemonade, and cheesecake bites. Now, this was the week before spring break. Some classes were taking midterms, some were doing massive study groups, so I naturally thought that those snacks were for anyone to take as a little, oh, good luck on your exams, don't stress, have a treat. So naturally, I take 3 pieces of those cheesecake bites. 1 for now and 2 for some buddies I was gonna meet up later. I think nothing of it. I finished grabbing a book about 20 minutes later and saw that there was still some cheesecake bites left. Me, being a fat ass that day, I decided, hey, what's another piece? So I head up to the table to try and grab another bite when... Oh, you here for the lecture? I didn't know there was a lecture. I was just grabbing a piece before I headed to class. Oh, sorry, but those are for the lecture here at the library. And that's when I saw it. In the middle of the library, a whole floor arrangement, a podium, and a fucking projector for a lecture. I thought this was part of the theater major study group or some way to relax. Sorry. Have a good lecture, bye. I just apologized and put the cheesecake back and left. But looking back at the situation, I should have just taken it. Why is someone micromanaging some cheesecake bites that were from the frozen section at H-E-B? How much are those? They're $13.98. It's $1.17 for each cheesecake bite. I was also having germs on my hand. I've been touching library books all day. Why did I put it back? But that wasn't the only time me and library lecturers had beef with each other. One class required me to write a 3-page Chicago-style analyst paper for The Odyssey by Homer Simpson. And one night, I forgot to print the paper. My class started at 12:45 p.m. and I got to campus around 12:15, which should have given me more than enough time to walk a short distance to print the paper out. When I walked into the library, I also walked into another lecture my university was holding. Okay, it's 12:19. It's about to be a big transition period for most classes. Given that most of these people are students, they should be wrapping it up soon. Now enough with the introductions, let's start with the topic. Holy fucking shit! I didn't want to interrupt this lecture at all. I didn't want to be that guy. So I spent 12 minutes looking around the library for a printer, not in the middle of the library. And the only one I found that was in a perfectly secluded and quiet place was reserved for professors. Now, you may be wondering why I avoided printing my paper in front of these guys. Well, first, I was sort of lying. These guys weren't given a lecture. They were given a seminar about the basics of CPR. You know, the thing that saves you from dying? And second, this fuck-ass refurbished Xerox Analink C8130 Color Laser MFP from Amazon.com is the loudest fucking thing in the library. And I didn't want to interrupt important, life-saving information. But I had to bite the bullet soon. So... it's really important for the average American to learn even the simplest form of CPR. I had actually lost a close friend at your ages because of my lack of knowledge and expertise. So it has become my life's goal to ensure, to the very best of my abilities, that you all can prevent unnecessary deaths. I'm so sorry about your friend. Truly, I apologize. That's the sad way to go. It's good you want to do good, good you want to teach people. I agree with that. That's very admirable. Sorry about the noise. It's the Odyssey. A paper about the book, not the entire book. That'll take too long. After printing my paper and after carefully stapling them together to make sure every page was already in order, I sprinted over to class with barely a minute to spare. I got the paper, here it is. Oh, thank you, S'mores, but you won't have to turn it in today. I've actually gotten a lot of requests for an extension on the paper, so you'll have another week before it's due. God. And you know what's funny about that entire story? Is the fact that when I retold it to one of my college buddies, she said, "Oh, was there something wrong with the one in the pantry?" What by huh? So apparently, there were 2 printer sections students can use. One in the library, where you have to pay 60 cents per page. And one in the student pantry, where you can get free printer paper and print it out for free. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, that entire situation could have easily been avoided. Did you do the reading for class today? Lesson learned, I guess. If you don't know, ask. I don't really have a moral to give out about college or a good rule of thumb. This was really just a way for me to complain for my 3rd semester. I don't even know why I made this video. But if you do decide to attend college or a secondary school, just remember that you're there to learn, but you're also there to make connections. Don't be afraid to talk to your classmates or professors. They could really help out with class and be a part of a funny story. But what are your thoughts? Have you ever had a funny college story? Let me know. Thanks for watching!